Hello and welcome to 180 Day 73. This is the last of the 4 days about your options for what comes next. And today is about maintenance. Let's say you've listened to Evolve and it wasn't quite the right next step for you. And then you listened to Crave Check and you went, probably not what I want right now. And then you listened to the Build Your Own Meal Plan and you didn't want to do that either. Well, guess what? You have come so far. We are certainly not going back to bad habits, and we are certainly not going back to what you were doing before. So we're going to take some of what you've learned and we're going to implement what we call the 80-20 rule. If 80% of the time you're doing what you learned, think about it. 5 meals a day, 20% is 1 meal. That means if 1 meal a day, you could have whatever you wanted, and the other 4, you're really following what you learned, or 80% of the time, you could be really good with your nutritional support from AdvoCare, then you're gonna do really, really well in your maintenance phase. Now, I will say, when I'm being not so good, I take more AdvoCare. I take more of what I call damage control, and we'll talk about that in just a second. And when I'm being really good, I take less thermogenics. I take less damage control. If I'm working out a lot, I take more AdvoCare to help me with recovery, help me with endurance, help me with stamina and strength. And when I'm not working out so much, I lay off of those things. So you really need to look at what your lifestyle is like. When I'm on vacation or it's during the holidays, I'm greatly upping the appetite control. I'm taking Crave Check 3 times a day. I'm taking Carb Ease every time I take Crave Check, and I'm drinking Slim because I know that I'm going to be hungrier, because when I'm eating more carbs, I will be hungrier, so I take more of what's appropriate during that time. So think about that. Never get into the mindset of, I'm going to take my AdvoCare when I'm being perfect. You actually want the opposite mindset of, my body always needs nutrition. When I'm not treating it so good, I better amp up my game. Okay? So I am going to roll through these things because there's so much in this maintenance packet, I cannot cover it all, or you would get really bored listening to me. But number 1 is choose your supplements. Choose not just your supplements from AdvoCare, but your core nutritional foundation. And I've talked about this in multiple videos. So if you're at your weight loss goal, then you're gonna choose core, okay? And if you're choosing core, well, there we go. That's why we have 2, right? If you are at your weight loss goal and you choose core, that's because you're taking out the thermogenics in your strip packs. If you're still wanting to lose weight and still wanting the herbals for appetite control and for boosting your metabolism, stay on the MNS3, the C, or the E, and choose what's appropriate for you. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is to always add a probiotic. You never want to stop adding in good, healthy bacteria to your small and large digestive system. You always want to be adding that. Number 3, in addition to the probiotic, I know that there's omegas in the MNS3, the C, and the E, but there are not omegas in the core. And, you know, my baseline that I truly feel comfortable and confident with omegas is from 2,000 milligrams per day and up. How much is that? Every capsule of the Omegaplex with AdvoCare is 500 milligrams of the right balance of what we call EPA and DHA. So it would take 4 capsules every day to equal what I would call the baseline, and then you can go up from there. Can't have too many omegas. Well, I should clarify. If you omegas are so good for your cardiovascular system. We talked about using omegas on the cleanse to reduce internal stress, especially in the gut when we're cleansing. And there's a laundry list of things omegas are good for. The only time you want to stop your omegas is if you don't want to thin your blood, because they do thin your blood just a little bit, especially like right before surgery and things like that, is a time when you might want to stop taking the omegas, maybe about 5 days before. But other than that, omegas are something I will take till the day I die because I know how healthy they are and I know what they do for my quality of life. Now, the next thing is choose supplements that help you stay on track mentally and physically. And there's a whole list here of things for you to choose from. Get with your coach and choose what's best for you. This is really a great time for you to personalize. I don't want you to not continue because you don't understand why. And guess whose job it is to ask why? It's yours. Why do I need this? What would it help me with? What would be the benefit for me? Don't be afraid to ask those questions. And if your coach doesn't know, they're going to find out for you. Because each and every product that AdvoCare carries is there for a specific reason. And some of them are appropriate for you and some of them aren't. So you need to ask questions and find out which ones are, depending on your lifestyle, your age, your activity level. The next one, number 3, is choose supplements to partner with workouts and increase performance and recovery. Well, if you're not working on performance right now, then you're probably not going to need performance products. But if you're in the gym now more than you ever have been, then you need to find out what is appropriate for you pre, what is appropriate for you during, and what is appropriate for you post. Okay? 80-20 rule, I talked about that. Number 5 is nutrition substitution, aka cheating. I already talked about that and what I do there. The next one, this is just a great packet for you to read through. The next one is continue to space your meals 2.5 to 3.5 hours apart. Drink plenty of water. And at number 8, adjust your meals and make changes due to your goals and results, but never cut back the number of meals. Do you know when I find myself gaining weight? I find myself gaining weight when I can go 4, 5, 6 hours without feeling hungry. I know that I am in big trouble. I can actually feel my body putting on weight. I can feel my metabolism lowering. You've got to keep yourself to at least 5 meals a day, and you will keep that metabolism boosted because we worked really hard these last 80 days to boost your metabolism. Number 9, be active. If you have not started this yet, or if you have some injuries, you know what? If your injuries are on your legs, you know, I've seen people in the gym, I don't even know what these are called, but they do this. If you can't use your legs, use your arms. If you can't use your arms, use your legs. There is no excuse for you to move. Just move more than you have been because exercise is cumulative and you'll get that circulation going and you'll be able to do more and more. Number 10, eliminate temptations. One of my good friends, Maggie, came over to our house last week and she goes, "You guys never have anything at your house." You know, well, I love chocolate chip cookies. I love chocolate. I love crackers. I love cheese, but you will never find any of them at my house. Because why? Because I'll eat them if they're here, right? Why would I do that to myself? And so she's like, "You never have anything here." I'm like, if I want those things, I'll go out to dinner or I'll buy them for a special occasion on a holiday. But I work from home and I'm here and I am not putting those things in my house on a day-to-day basis unless it's a special occasion. Number 11, use our Facebook page for ongoing support. Don't shy away from the community that fuels your mindset. I will say that again. Do not back away. Do not shy away. Do not forget to engage in the community that fuels your mindset to give you the strength to continue on in a healthy lifestyle. It's very, very important that you continue to fuel your mind just like you fuel your mouth. Now that we're almost done with the 7 decisions, I'll talk about the last chapter tomorrow. What's the next book you're reading? What's the next thing that you're going to fuel your mindset with? I want you to think about that. I will give you some recommendations tomorrow. And we have 3 more. Maintenance. This is just like the Crave Check, but protein, 4 to 6 meals per day, every single day. Limit carbohydrates to a maximum of 30 grams of carbohydrates. Start learning how to read your labels. Turn them over, figure out what the portion size is, figure out how many grams you're eating at one time. if you're up over 30 grams, your body cannot handle much more than that unless you're still over 225 pounds. Then your body's not going to be able to handle more than that. It's going to store it as fat. Okay? Healthy fats in small amounts, which would be your portion size, 0 to 3 meals per day. And the last thing in the maintenance plan is a little chart, kind of like your grocery chart that you have in the 180 that gives you some portion sizes. And then I love this, something that you can print out, and just like the build your own meal plan, you can start to make your meals. So here's the thing. I don't know what you're going to choose next, but I do know that you're not going to choose back to go where you were because you have done a 180. And we are so proud of you for how far you've come, and we want to help you in making the best next decision. Whether you're on a budget, whether you don't have a budget, we would love for you to be able to have the top discount that AdvoCare has. So if you have already achieved the 30% discount as a preferred customer, yay! That's the biggest discount that you can have as a preferred customer. As a coach, as a distributor, even if you refer just a couple of people and either we help them or you help them, guess what? You actually increase your ability to have a bigger discount if you choose to do that. Now you can get up to a 40% lifetime discount. And so if this is going to be part of your grocery bill, which we hope it is forever, because we want you to feel amazing, look amazing because you deserve it, we want you to have the biggest discount because obviously that's in your best interest. So if you're not quite sure how that works, please do ask us as we're choosing this next important step for you in moving forward and finding what is best for you to continue forward living a great quality of life. Don't skip tomorrow. We're going to talk about that last chapter of the book, and there's a couple more days where I've got some great things for you. So I'll see you tomorrow.